My father had a life verse that he shared with me, and I've held on to it, placed it in my heart. And even at the age of 57, I find myself always going back to that verse, once, maybe even twice a day. That verse is found in 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as you know, your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Sometimes standing fast or standing still, we feel like we're unproductive. We think, how can we be used of God if we're supposed to just stand still? There have been many times in my life that God has said, just stand still, just hold fast, be steadfast. And as we all are going through COVID-19 and we're making sure that we're staying at home and doing all of that we can in our part to be steadfast and not spread any of this COVID-19 around other people, I find myself in a time in these last 3 weeks of drawing closer, not only with my family, but with my grandchildren, my own children, with my in-laws. The time that we spend on the phone, FaceTiming, texting, messaging, encouraging each other has been precious. And I wouldn't change it for the world. There's been a lot of things that I have discovered in my life that I've taken for granted or I've complained about. And now I wish I had the ability to go out and go to church and sit in church service and hug and shake hands. And those are things I'll never take for granted. But again, I want you to know that even though we are being held steadfast in this time, we can still be used of God. We can still be abounding. I pray that today you will think and listen to your heart and encourage those around you, either by phone or texting or writing a good old-fashioned letter. Those are encouragements. Those are ways that God wants us to share his love. Again, I thank you for this time that I can share this verse and know that even though we are steadfast right now, we can still serve the Lord.